she recently appeared in an interview yesterday, and I didn't find out about it until you guys hit me up about it. What's up? I didn't find out about it until you guys hit me up about it. And she recently appeared in an interview on All the Smoke. Now, I know that there's a lot of content creators, and their job is to create content because the more content that you create, the higher your profits go, especially if it's something that's a hot topic and people want to see. So, first, before I even get into this portion of the show, and thank you, Truck and Blueprint, I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Before I get into that portion of the show, let me say congratulations to Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson on landing an interview with Kamala Harris. Let me give them a round of applause. We have to give credit to content creators regardless of whether we agree with them or not. Because if the goal is to create content, now I disagree with them on some other things, and that's why I want to preface this conversation by saying this. Um, to achieve 1 million subscribers and to be able to create compelling content that people want to watch is absolutely a hard feat, even for former basketball players or former famous people and stuff like that. It is not something that is easy to do. We have to give people their flowers, regardless of whether or not we agree with them. We got to give people their flowers, regardless of whether or not we agree with them. Now that we've got that part out the way, let's actually have a conversation about what we experiencing right now, okay? Let me go ahead and preface this by saying that they did put
Welcome back to
chapters
all
in
the
here, right? And so what I mean by chapters is they put timestamps in. So you can be able to scrub through and find out what you're looking for. So with that being said, when they put the timestamps in, I want to read the timestamps before I get to the point where the portion that I want to show y'all, because we're not going to review the whole thing. I just want to show you what the timestamps say, okay? This is the timestamps. The timestamps are intro, meeting her husband Doug, Bay Area sports, we believe in the Warriors, the mass exodus of Oakland sports teams. You following my theme here? Saw softball. Why? What is Bay Area sports? Meeting her husband Dougie, mass exodus of Oakland sports teams. She goes on to say people questioning her race. We reacted to that last night. How does a bill become law? So civics class. History of protests and restricting rights. HBCUs. Mental health issues in America. Protecting her own mental health. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? People want to know about economy. They want to know about the migrant crisis. They want to know about whether or not they're gonna be able to feed their family. They trying to understand what's going on in these streets. What is these softball subjects? And again, shout out to them for landing her. Wasn't hard to do because they basically reaching out to anybody that agree with her. Not pulling up to none of the ops. And shout out to them for also putting the timestamps in. But what does this have to do with anything? Anything whatsoever? Now, the one thing that did catch my eye, similar to what it caught from a lot of people's eye, is plans to improve the economy. All right. So we're going to skip right over the plans to improve the economy. They put on their Sunday's best. And we're going to go right into it, all right? Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
small business, black business. We actually just started our business in January, so we've grown from a show to a whole entire company. What is your economic plan moving forward for people who are living paycheck to paycheck and struggling for groceries and rent and homeowners?
So look, I grew up. So my sister and I were raised by our mother. We lived for a long time in an apartment on top of a child.
Now, you got to excuse my frustration because I've heard this. I've literally heard this same story at least 1,000 times. 1,000 rallies, 1,000 times. Thank y'all for the cash apps. I appreciate y'all for holding me down. I'm going to reread those shortly. I've literally heard this story 1,000 times. No matter what the conversation is, no matter what it is, if it all comes back down to money or feeding your family or inflation or anything like that, I don't care if they talking about gangbanging in LA. It always comes back down to, well, you know what? I grew up, my mother saved for a house, teenager, small business, all of that nonsense. It's the same thing. So I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm gonna try my hardest to suffer through this. And I want to kind of get more of a substantive answer before we start to react to it. Okay. You and I both know if you've been tuning into the Millionaire Morning Show for any extended period of time and you've seen me do any reaction video to anything that Kamala Harris says, it's the same answer. Want me to give you the cliff notes for those of y'all that may have to use the bathroom? All right, so let me give you the cliff notes. Grew up middle class, mother saved for a home, raised two daughters, on top of a daycare, which was her like makeshift grandmother or mother's friend. So I'm really in tune with small business owners. I love small business owners. Small business owners are our lifeblood. I'm giving you the cliff notes before we actually watch the video. Then at some point, she's going to introduce the opportunity economy. She's going to say something about child care credit, $6,000, $25,000 for the homeowners. You can't start a business for $5,000, $50,000 tax credit. I'm gonna break that down for y'all one day so y'all can really understand that. We really need to come together. Opportunity economy. My economic plan is an opportunity economy at all, for all of that. So we know the talking points. We know the pitches. We know her mother saved for a home, two kids, all of that. Intergenerational wealth. That's her new word. It's not generational wealth. It's intergenerational wealth. That's her new term. She says it every single time. She uses it at least 3 times when she's talking about anything money and financial related. Intergenerational wealth. You can take money out of your house in order to pay for kids to go to school. Dumb. You can take money out of your house in order to do this, start a business. Stupid. All of it is dumb. But I just want to give y'all the cliff notes because we already know what she's going to say before she says it. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Care center. That child care center was actually owned by a woman who lived 2 doors down from us, Mrs. Shelton, who was, by all of our accounts and feelings, our second mother. She helped raise us.
Shout out to Miss Shelton.
And so she was a small business owner. So I'll start with the small business and congratulations on what you guys have done. I, from a child, knew who our small business owners are, right? I mean, you're business leaders, but you're also civic leaders. You take seriously your voice and how you can mentor, how you can grow, right? Communities and the sense of communities. I love our small businesses. And so a lot of my work in terms of building and growing the economy has focused on small businesses.
She worked in the Senate to make sure that they work with small community banks because community banks knows who's good and who's bad inside of the community. They understand these interdimensional, oversaturated, intergenerational wealth building businesses, and these people just want to work hard. So in our legislator, what I've done is I've worked with banks and all of these communities to make sure that they identify the people that need the loans.
And my vision overall is we need to build an opportunity economy in which we increase opportunity for all, including small business owners. So a lot of my work, even in the Senate, was about increasing access to capital through our small businesses and in particular through our community banks. So I've been responsible for billions of dollars more now going into our community banks because they're in the community and then they know who's in the community and where the talent is and who's doing good in the community, what the community wants. And so
they got their pulse on it.
My plan as president is to give small businesses, startups, a tax deduction of $50,000 to start up. Because right now the tax deduction is $5,000.
Can't do nothing with that.
That's exactly right. And see, the thing we know is that most of our small business, our entrepreneurs who want to start a small business, got a great idea, have incredible work ethic, but they weren't handed a bunch of money on a silver tray.
Like Trump was, right?
And they just need to get their foot in the door. So there is that. There is what I need to do and what we need to do around making housing and rent more affordable.
$25,000.
Part of the problem there is we have a housing supply shortage. My plan includes giving
3 million more houses
tax incentives for home builders to build 3 million more homes by the end of my first term. to increase supply to bring down cost, and to increase home ownership, a $25,000 down payment assistance to first-time home buyers. Because again, people just need to get their foot in the door.
They'll grind after that.
Right?
They gonna get it after that. Port workers is striking, truckers ain't got no jobs, teachers is fighting with students, UAW members is being laid off. We gonna get it after that though. We gonna get it. We gonna get it. Energy prices is out the roof. People got second and third jobs. They work at Amazon and DoorDash at the same time. They got 2 phones, DoorDash on one of them, Grubhub on the other one, and Postmates in the background. They gonna get it after that. Oh, Jesus. We gonna get it after that. We got you. We gonna get it, y'all. Getting is gotten.
That's exactly right.
They'll grind after that.
That's exactly right. And we know home ownership, especially for the community, that's the fastest, most effective, and most sure ways to build intergenerational wealth.
I don't have no popcorn, so I gotta get a pretzel. Y'all ever had roll gold? Intergenerational wealth. That's the fastest way to build intergenerational wealth. You can pull money out of your home to start a small business. You can pull money out of your home to pay for your kid to go to college. Just take out a HELOC, a home equity line of credit at a high interest rate. 6-7%. No big deal. Just pull out a HELOC. Now want to continue with the movie?
It's then when your child says, I want to go to an HBCU or some other college, and you say, well, honey, you don't have to take out a student loan. I'm going to take some equity out of the house. Or your child says, I want to start up a small business, and you can say, let me take some equity and help you.
First, what is that business? Let me make sure it's not no belt plane.
Well, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying. You have something to pull from.
Productive, right? You have something where it's about intergenerational wealth. Because see, here's how I feel about the economy and the economy I want to grow. We have, for over the last 4 years, reduced Black unemployment to the lowest it has been in decades. Okay, that is an accomplishment. However, I believe, need to measure our success not just only about everybody's working, but can you build wealth?
Can you start saving?
Can you start saving? Can you buy a home? Can you start saving to take your family on vacation from time to time? Can you save enough so that...
Maybe we should pull some money and borrow from our 401ks while we at it. Pay ourselves back over time. Start a business. Would that be a good idea too? Since we taking financial advice from Kamala Harris?
Christmas time for you and your children is not stressful, but something enjoyable, right? And so it's about, yes, we got to make sure that we have high employment, but also that we create opportunities for people to build wealth.
Opportunity economy.
Part of my plan is also to expand the child tax credit. $6,000 in the first year of your child's life.
Man, I could have used that one.
Because
I can't believe that Matt Barnes just said that. Did Matt Barnes just say that? Did Matt Barnes just say, man, I could have used that one? Did Matt Barnes hold on. No, Matt Barnes, former NBA player. Let me see something. Matt Barnes. I'm not really a pocket watcher like that, but I just got to see something. If the simping ain't on 10, I don't know what it was. Matt Barnes made a total of $35 million during his NBA days. And that's aside from his outside adventures and pursuits. Matt Barnes, according to the intranet, the internet is saying that Matt Barnes made a total of $35 million during his NBA days. I'm just telling you what the internet said. Quick Google search away. 35 M's. Did Matt Barnes just say, man, I could have used that one? When? When? What is he talking about? I didn't hear what I thought I heard. Give me a second. Man, I could have used that one.
Part of my plan is also to expand the child tax credit. $6,000 in the first year of your child's life.
Man, I could have used that one.
Because
is that the new wave to make sure that we can try to relate to people more? Let me take off my rose gold presidential Rolex and put on my Apple Watch because I could use that one too. Give me a second. Get it off the charger. I got to seem more relatable. Stimmy checks. I could have used it. Is these glasses too expensive? Let me take these off. Do this for the rest of this. What's wrong with these people, bro? What is wrong with these people? What made him say that? Honest to God, what made him say that?
you know what that means. First year, that's such a critical stage of a child's development.
First year.
And it's expensive. A family's got to buy a car seat, a crib, the things that...
The necessities.
Because I start from the perspective that the vast majority of parents want to raise their children well. They love their children, but don't necessarily have the resources they need. And if we understand that the children of a community are the children of the community, we'll understand that an investment in something like the first year of a child's life benefits all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in stark contrast to making sure that we have reproductive rights for women to be able to make sure that they can... Do we want the babies or we don't want the babies? Just an observation for me.
But these are things about building what I call an opportunity economy, which is about helping people not just to get by, but to get ahead.
Yeah, get ahead.
Because most
Intergenerational
people,
wealth.
look, here, maybe you've gathered this already. Here's where I come from.
I know I have.
Most people have ambition. They have aspirations. They have dreams.
Oh, God. Ambition, aspirations, dreams.
And they are willing to work hard. And if we give people the opportunity to actually meet those goals, they jump for it every time. But not everybody starts out from the same place in terms of having the opportunity to just get in there. And so my plans, whether it be $25,000 down payment assistance, whether it be a $6,000 child tax credit, or helping people in terms of what they need to do to be able to start a small business with a bigger tax deduction. The reason I'm saying all that is because when those folks are successful, we are all successful.
The community feels it.
And we actually strengthen the economy overall.
Absolutely.
When middle class is strong in America, America's economy is strong.
We all
It's a better
strong.
country. Yeah.
And it's a better country for all of us.
Absolutely.
I'm giving myself a hug because you do good. We all do good. Middle class economy together.
All right, so we're running short on time. We're
Okay.
going to finish up with quick hitters. First thing to come to mind, let us know. Oh, cannabis?
What a What a fun interview. What a fun time. What an extraordinary time to sit here. Of all of the things that we could sit here. And let's just say this, Steven Jackson has no, respectfully, as a content creator, it's like he found every checkered pattern that he could find, the most checkered pattern that he can find inside of the Louis Vuitton store, and said, give me all of the checkers. Braid my hair, Lloyd, braid my hair to the back and give me all of the checkers. And I will wear this to church. Let me find all the y'all do know that just because it say Gucci or Louis Vuitton, if it got all the patterns on it and you got the matching top and the pants, you don't have to buy it. Just because it's expensive, I'm gonna give Matt Barnes some credit. Matt Barnes, he dressed well right here. Matt Barnes got on some white sneaks, tan pants, black shirt. Unrelatable as far as how he's commenting on Kamala Harris. Steven Jackson said, let me get all the patterns. Give me the most pattern. Make me look like a quilt. Make me look like a quilt. Whatever you got that got Louis Vuitton on it and that got all of the checkers, give me that one. Oh. Give me that pattern right there. Whatever you got that look like you can lay it on the bed and then y'all took it and y'all cut it up and y'all put it on my back and you get me the tops and the bottoms. Give it to me. Give it to me. When I run, I want to look like a blur. I want to look like Oh, Jesus Christ. Y'all said he ready for the circus? You say if he lay down on the ground, you can play chess on his back? Y'all ain't never been to the park where you can play chess and you take the big pieces and you can move it. All we got to do is listen. If you forget because I'm a chess player, so I like to bring my chessboard and I wrap it up and I roll it and I got my pieces. If you ever missing a chessboard, if you ever forget your board, just get Steven Jackson's jacket and put it on the ground and then you can play chess. If anybody ever missing a chessboard, ask Steven Jackson for his jacket. This was the most. It's disrespectful sometimes to content creators when you have serious issues. You got a Minecraft block suit on. It's it's disrespectful when you have a serious issue and it's because you gotta congratulate them for getting the interview. But I heard that they was deleting comments because they was absolutely getting destroyed in the comments as a result of it. I heard they was feeling some type of way. I heard Officer Tatum said that Steven Jackson or Matt Barnes or one of them, I think it was Matt Barnes if I'm not mistaken. If I'm off, give me a little bit of rope. I heard that they had basically DM'd Officer Tatum and was hating me. And give me the floor pattern. The same thing that I got. Give me the subway tile. The same thing I got in my bathroom. Just put it on my hookup. Whew. God bless us. But ladies and gentlemen, that's her recent interview on All the Smoke. I can't wait for Dave Ramsey's interview. Dave Ramsey actually issued an interview requirement or interview request to both Trump and Kamala Harris because he actually wanted to talk about finances and the economy and things that was meaningful to his audience. And Trump accepted. Kamala Harris says, we'll think about it later. And so she said, nah. So she only pulling up to certain platforms that's going to give her the softball interview. Yeah, I heard that they was deleting comments, bro. I heard they was deleting comments over there on the channel.